We got some Tilray and CGC, some news in cannabis.
Marijuana. I
Yeah,
saw
we did.
Schumer said something. He's
He
out
said
there
something
front and
about like
center.
federal legalization tomorrow. There's some news, so we'll see.
Hold on a second. Federally, that's not happening. First of all, it's not
No.
happening for a while. So it might just be a little bit of a sidetrack on what they're trying to get Congress to focus on or what they want the world to think about. I have no idea, but federal legalization is not happening anytime soon.
No.
Period. Okay, it might happen in 2 years. I don't like they get what they want and they switch. It's not happening for a while. And however, that doesn't mean stock can't move on this type of news. And I'm sure people will get excited when you hear that. August 20th. What are they buying here? Earnings come in August. And by the way, when it passes, at this point, it's sort of when it's going to happen. Maybe it's 3 years, 5 years, 2 years. When they have to go through a whole process. But once that process starts getting in motion and it's looking like something, the big news, the reason why it's so important, do you remember?
No.
Because the big money cannot buy these stocks yet.
Yes.
So BlackRock, who owns everything, would have to buy these stocks. They can't. So when it becomes, when it's federally okay to do it, they got to buy 50 million shares. The whole world's got to buy, right? Because nobody's in it right now. Some people are in it, some people are allowed to do it, but they find different ways to do it. But that's what's holding the bigger money to, how do you house? Where do you house it? Where do you house the stock? And what prime brokers? That's the bigger problem.
Cool. Okay.
But that 16 goes to 300. You know what I mean? That's sort of been the trade. It's everybody's thought. So okay, go ahead.
Okay. Well, another one I have is Pepsi and Cola. Pepsi got some really, really good earnings numbers.
And actually, you know what? Let's go back to this because I wanted to show you something. I'm looking at something right here, and so one way to play this, because I see a lot of this front week activity, right? So let's take a look at this for a second. I just saw something, and I think it's interesting. If you want to play Tlry, so we have Tlry here, and let's go back a little bit in time, just so we have. Let's go back 2 years. Okay, so Tlry has, before this it was at 300, so it has the potential to make these crazy moves. But there's a lot of, everybody spends a lot of time trying to catch that next move or catch the buy the weeklies and have it explode. I would potentially, I just saw this, I would look at it a little bit differently. So this setup right here, so you see my screen, the bullish bearish. So right now that is max bull and this is max low, right? Or almost max low. So the 1 month at the money implied price is max low. So it's basically telling you that, in general, 80 to 90 volatility is about the price that you got to pay in Tlry options. Okay. So it's fairly close to its low, 1 month. And that has some correlation with the back months, but let's just call it that it's fairly low to where it usually is. And then this is telling you that it's very bullish, which means the upside calls are higher than they usually relatively are to the at the money and where the puts are. Okay. So given that setup, I just want to look at, let's go out for the rest of the year. Okay. So instead of messing around with the stock, day trading, this and that, trying to figure out, catch the next move. If you think something significant is going to happen, then why not just buy looking at the 20-40 call spread. So you pay $3.25 for the 20s, and the 40s, you sell them at $1.25. So you pay $2.
Okay.
The max it could be is 20. So 2 to make 18 is 9 to 1. And voila, you don't have to look. You don't have to worry. You have, what's today? July. So you have 6 months, half a year to figure out whether or not you're right or wrong on Tlry. Right? Or you could just, there's people, of course, buying stock, but this is another way to get a little leverage. You buy a $2 option and you don't look and you just put it away. You size it correctly. So it's not going to matter. And if it does work the way you think it's going to work, you're going to make at least 5 to 1. And if you hold on long enough, you can make 9 to 1. To me, that's easy on the mind, easy to think about, not worry, not, you've done the research on Tlry. You think it's worth more. You think this and this is going to happen. Great. Here's 6 months. Put a little thing on. And by the way, there's also a chance. So just to give you an idea, there's also a chance that the stock goes back to 10, right?
Right.
So you have this sort of like, this is easy on the mind to go from 20 to 40. Okay. So that's easy on the mind. And then, by the way, you could be dead wrong. You lose at $2, but the stock trades 8. And then what are you going to do? Then you're going to get much bigger in the trade because now it's half of where you thought it was valued. So now you were either completely wrong on the value or something really negative happened, but you're going to be able to actually get the stock at a lot better level than you were at 16.
Mm-hmm.
Make sense?
Yeah, nice.
So risk reward, that's sort of what you're looking at. It's, I like when I see things like that and the opportunities, the setup is there to give me good returns. So they're willing to give me 9 to 1 if it goes to 40. I'll take that. I'll take 9 to 1 and not look at it. I'm not going to put, the, the bank on it, but it's one chip on the table. It's like, it's like a $2 yo with, good odds, at the craps table. It's good. It's good odds. I see nothing wrong with that. I like it. It was just trading, by the way, in June, it was just trading 23. So if it trades 23 here, that spread's going to be a double, and there you go. You could take half off at a double. You have no risk and you let the other half run.
Cool.
Capiche?
Nice. Good. Thanks for pointing that out. That was good.